Hi, for today's lesson I'm going to teach you how to make two different books. One is an accordion book and the other one is a zine. We will use this in about midway through the semester where we're going to be creating a texture book, but for today I'm just going to teach you how to actually make the book itself. So what we'll need for this is two longer sheets of paper, approximately 6 inches in height, about 18 inches in length. It doesn't really matter that much when I demonstrate today. You can kind of you can use a sketchbook paper, cut it down and tape it. I'm just going to show you this longer sheet, tape it down, and then we can modify it in class together. Okay, for accordion book, first thing you want to do is take your longer sheets of paper, fold it in half, and then take the edges and fold them into the center. We're going to do that twice because we want our accordion book to be rather long, so you can kind of see. This is a short one, which is fine for some lessons, but for today I'm going to show you how to make a longer one. So we're going to do that 2 times. Okay, nice sharp creases. And then what we want to do before we add our cover is tape these 2 pieces together. So make sure that we have them going in the right direction. So right here is the seam. I would take painter's tape or masking tape or scotch tape even. I'm going to tape these 2 pieces down. Line them up together. Take my tape. Now if the blue really bothers you, don't worry, we will be putting art over top of this so that you won't see it. But again, you can do clear tape. Whatever you have at home. Okay, so now we have an accordion book, and what we want to do next is create the cover. So the cover, we're going to recycle cardboard. So we're really going to get creative with how to use materials that we already have at home. It's okay if there's writing on it or stickers on it. We will do a lesson where we learn how to cover these with colored paper and collaging, but for today I'm just demonstrating how to make the book itself. So the next thing you want to do is glue down the covers. So I would just take a glue stick. You could do this with glue, Elmer's glue. You could do this with rubber cement, any adhesive really. I do this twice on each. I'm going to go around the edges. This is the most important part, and then into the center. I'm going to take the edge of one side of my book, and my cover is just slightly, a 1/4 of an inch larger than the size of the paper. So it really is almost exactly the same height and width of my paper. You can do this by folding it down and placing it in the center. Okay, rubbing it flat. Connecting it, you might want to put something heavy on top of it for about an hour or 2, but you then have what's called an accordion book. The cool thing about accordion books is that it can be displayed upright like this. You can use both front and back of the book, or it can simply be a book. So we'll do some creative projects in an accordion style book. Okay. The second book is what's called a zine, which most of you are very familiar with. I'm not sure if you've made them on your own. Some students have, some students have not. We're going to learn how to make a handheld zine, and then I'll show you how to make a bigger one, and then you can decide which you would like to use for your projects. The only thing we need for this is Xerox paper, cardboard, and an X-Acto knife. Okay, so we're going to fold the paper in half both ways so you have a crisscross. So both horizontally and vertically. So it looks like this. Okay, you're going to hold it horizontally. You're going to fold your edges into the center. So you'll end up having 8 boxes on your paper. You're then going to take your X-Acto knife and you're going to cut in between the 2 center boxes, nice and straight, like that. So you have a hole right in the middle. You're going to tent it. You're going to pull out the center. So it looks like a diamond. And then you're going to fold your pages into one another. Until you have your tiny little zine. I always tell the story how I always made these when I lived in New York City as my miniature sketchbook so that I could always be drawing while I'm moving and grooving around the city. And I would fill them up. And this is a little bit more like a traditional book style. And you can also add a miniature cover to that. Again, recycling your cardboard that you have in your house from your Amazon boxes. And in class, we will discuss different ways to design our covers and fill up our zines. So this is a miniature zine, but you can also go ahead and make them big if you'd like, or it could be the size of whatever size you want, really. Any kind of paper can work with this. But those are 2 book techniques that we will be using in class this semester. Okay, thank you.